I will present a sociological analysis of Yasmina Reza's play arts based on Lucien Goldmann's genetic structuralism. This study approached the play not as a purely aesthetic object, but as a social form that reflects the structure of contemporary Sociology of literature examines the reciprocal relationship between literary works and society. From this perspective, literature is neither autonomous nor merely a mirror of reality. Instead, literary works transform social, political, and economic conditions into aesthetic forms. Therefore, a literary text must be understood within the social structures that produce it. The theoretical framework of this study is based on genetic structuralist method developed by Lucien Goldmann. Goldmann argues that literary works are not created by operate on two levels, comprehension and explanation. At the level of comprehension, the internal structure of the work, such as characters and conflicts, is analyzed. At the level of explanation, this structure is connected to the broader social and historical conditions of its production. The case study of this research is the play Art by Yasmina Reza, first published in Paris in 1994. The play centers on three male friends whose relationship is disrupted after one of them buys an extremely expensive, entirely white painting. What initially appears to be an aesthetic disagreement gradually reveals deeper social tensions. This study asks three main questions. How art reflects French society? How a collective worldview is dramatized through the characters? And how social class and cultural taste shape personal relationships. Each character represents a distinct social position. Mark rejects modern art. Serge seeks recognition through the cultural taste. And Ivan represents insecurity and conformity. Together, they function as social positions, as social types, rather than individual psychological figures. Taste operates as a mechanism of social distinction. It comes from social position, not personal preference. The conflict over the painting is a struggle for symbolic legitimacy. While modernity argues autonomy and choice, art shows how choices of taste are shaped by social structures. The painting is not the core issue. It exposes social contradictions of power and class. cultural value is socially assigned structuralism to drama and offers a sociological reading beyond aesthetics. At conclusion, art staged social conflicts rather than aesthetic debates. The absence of female characters is a structural, meaningful, appealing a male bourgeois space of power and distinction. And a question for you. To what extent does contemporary global society need artistic works that function as direct reflections of social structures and life realities? Thank you for your attention.